Hey Top Percenters, Rezo Joey here, with a bit of a surprise episode for you guys. I was originally planning to make this episode about worlds, and I was also planning to make a short announcement video to say, hey, episode's going to be a day or so late. Sorry, but I want to make it at least decent for you guys. Then the Fire Nation attacked. I mean, Mega Evolutions happened, and well, me and Max got talking about them and I thought, heck, we could use this for an episode. So I hit record and here we are. Now, I just want to make a few things clear. Firstly, we were talking about the information from the initial Koro leak, meaning that we didn't know about Megas being only available in battle until the following day. So, some of the questions that we have asked in the episode have been answered, it's just they were answered after we recorded. Another point I'd like to make is that we don't hate the design of Mega Pokemon. We think some of the choices are a bit iffy, but the biggest complaint we have is about the mechanic itself and how it's implemented. So with that, let's take a look at Mega Evolutions.
It's like, what the hell, guys?
The choices for this don't make sense. See, that's the thing I don't get. Moyle, yes. Absol, to a degree. Everyone else, why are you here?
Moyle, Absol, I don't mind. Lucario, I can stand that. Yeah, it's basically okay. It's stage 1 against stage 2. That's not new.
Yeah, but why is Blaziken and Ampharos there? They are already supposed to be the height of evolution.
Well, you mean Blaziken and Fabio?
Fabios.
Fabiofrost or something, I don't know.
Fabiofrost.
It's just Ampharos in a wig. It literally is. It's like, here you go. Just Ampharos wig. There we go.
I don't know. It seems so weird.
Where did they sit down and think, you know what, this is like the best idea ever? No company before has ever done this. Ever.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't mind Absol.
Yeah, Absol, I don't mind. It's like, he's well overdue for it. It's like, okay, yeah, well, tell like, I'm a bit iffy on Absol, because he's meant to be like a sacred being. He's based on, what do I call it?
I just think it's a good updated look, because now his face doesn't look like a man's face on a lion.
Oh yeah, true. Let's see. I'm just actually looking up what it's actually based off of.
Well, that's good, because I need to go get food.
Guy.
Whee!
Oh yeah, it's the Baize from Chinese mythology, which is also known as a Katabe or the Hakutaku. Basically, it's a place spreader, a bringer of bad omens. But we'll kick this off again when you've had food.
Yay!
Right, so we last left off with the whole Absol, Bringer of Destruction thing. That's why I'm kind of iffy about it getting this new Mega Evolution, air quotes and things. But yeah, that's my only real qualm with Absol getting the new form. Well, form, evolution, whatever, they don't really like that.
I don't know, I think Absol and Moyle needed the extra push for an evolution, but it's like...
Oh, yeah.
Does it need to be a Mega?
Yeah, I mean, as I'm saying, I'm iffy on the Absol thing, but I'm not against it. I'm not, I'm happy he's finally getting some love. Because it's always been pretty, kick-ass.
I think what the problem is what they've selected to show us. If it was, like, if everyone's getting this, or if some things are getting this, or if it's just, If this is it. Yeah, it's like, I think if it was... Maybe if they showed more Pokemon like Moyle and Absol, and just showed loads of them getting new stuff, we'd maybe be a bit more understanding.
True.
But it's the fact we've seen Blaziken, it's like, well...
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention.
Does that mean that all of the starters are going to get evolutions, or... What about Lucario? Lucario just basically says anyone can have one.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we do have basics, we do have stage 1.
I mean, I'll be honest. The second I saw Lucario, I'm thinking Arcanine got to have one of these.
That would be pretty good, actually.
That's the first thing I sort of thought. It's like, Arcanine. He's got to have one of these, surely.
Actually, where could you go with them? Like a Mega Arcanine, though? Maybe make him finally bipedal?
Well, isn't he based on the Shish... what's it? The Shish... Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It's the lion. It's the Chinese lion thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, probably like something like Shinshio.
Yeah, something like
that. And I know the kind of thing you mean. It's meant to be like the Guardian Lions of China.
Yeah, so I guess I could...
His original Dex entry does mention China.
Yeah, so... Well, yeah, so it might go somewhere like that, but it's like... I feel like... I think someone... There's a shark, and there was
a ramp and boats and things got jumped.
I don't know. I feel there's a lot more they probably could have done before they decided to look over their shoulder and see what Digimon were doing.
Yeah. I mean, I think biggest concern really is the whole Stage 2's getting it. Namely, again, once again, Blaziken.
I think the problem that everyone has is the stage 2's getting it, because like with Ampharos and Ampharos and Blaziken, well, Ampharos probably needed to get stronger, but it's like,
Blaziken's already forbidden on, it's already Uber.
Yeah, Blaziken's already...
And it is Speed Boost Blaziken as well.
Yeah, it's like, I read that, I was like, why is it Speed Boost Blaziken? Why is it not? And for that matter, why does it matter what abilities they have? Does that mean they are going to be a separate Pokemon or a separate thing then?
It might tie into Dreamworld for all we know. That might be where the item comes from.
Unless there's a new gimmick they're going to try and push for this game.
True. Well, supposedly it was like meant to be like the Blaziken Knight thing, mentioned by Cerebi, but here it's mentioned as the Mega Stone on Pokebeach.
The what? The Mega Stone?
It's
the Digivice? What?
It comes with a new hold item, Blaziken Knight, and we'll need to use a Mega Stone. So it seems like they're getting their own, like basically their own element.
I just realised how have you seen Amphros' ears?
Amphros' ears, that they're curled up around the hair.
They look weird.
Actually, no, they're stretched out because they used to be like.
They're segmented now. I know that before, obviously, they kind of looked. It was like a shape, but it had like a ring around it. But now they're actually segmented.
Yeah.
I've just been looking over now. I mean, I think everyone's okay with Morval and Absol. We all knew Mewtwo and Lucario. Stage 2 Stage 1 getting Stage 2 is okay, but it's like Ampharos and Blaziken are things that everyone's kind of up in the air about.
Yeah. Although I do like one thing they've done with it. So, let's try and focus on some positives here, because we've been basically bashing these things solid since the.
No, we're trying to question why Nintendo decided that.
Alright, I thought we were just
why can't
focus on negatives.
No, there is one huge negative, not towards design though. It's now Absol and Moyle can these, like, in future generations, which I assume there will be, because Nintendo likes having money. Does that mean that these Mega Evolutions will be able to evolve again if they wanted to revisit like Morvale or Absol for another evolution or something?
True. Or if they actually do goes like a Stage 1 Morvile that isn't a Mega.
Yeah.
At Stage 1 then get a Mega.
And again, if these are they actually evolution? If they're not actual evolutions and they're just new forms that can be used in battle, it does mean that maybe will Moyle and Absol actually get that Stage 1 that they kind of want.
True. I mean, that's what I don't get. It's called Mega Evolution, so it's like, does that mean it's permanent? I mean, to me right now, it's just looking like it's forms.
Everyone's saying burst mode.
Yeah, I can see it.
I mean, to reiterate for people who don't know what the burst mode is, in Digimon Season 3, who's that thing?
Season 3.
Season 5, sorry. Season 5. They all went to Mega, as everyone knows, that's the highest level. But in Season 5 they could go one step beyond, which is basically a recall of what the Mega was, and it was slightly stronger. But they revert back later, so it's kind of like that in a way, but I think we need a lot more information on this before we really know what's going on.
The one thing I've heard so much of recently though is the whole fact that everyone's sick and tired of forms. If these transformations aren't permanent, then they're just forms.
Yeah.
I mean, you can slap a new name on it, it's forms. It's just Blaziken, altered form, Lucario, altered form, Mewtwo, altered form.
There's one thing that everyone thought of when we heard these. It was Digimon. Everyone thought the same thing. Mega and Evolution in the same line, in the same word. It's like...
Well, the fact that Digivolution was originally Shinka, or Evolution.
Yeah, but it's like Mega. It's like, you hear the word Mega, everyone thinks Digimon.
I know. It also kind of smacks of fanfic to me. It's like, oh look, this is my super ultra Mewtwo. It's that kind of thing that little kids come up with.
Is it more the Pokemon that seems to be slipping more into Digimon territory? I mean, not X and Y, Black and White 2, we had the Kyurem forms, which were just oozing with DNA.
Poor Shinka.
Yeah, it's just everything was just maybe
is this was just basically Digicross.
Is this actually a sign now that Pokemon are starting to run out of gimmicks to put with their Pokemon?
Yeah, so they're starting to run out of ideas for evolutions, which I really don't want to say that's true.
I don't think they do, but I think this is they were really lazy, and this is not. There's so many Pokemon they could visit that need evolutions for for that stat boost, so they can actually be competitive.
You mean like Pinsir?
I mean, Pinsir.
And Jinx, give Jinx a Stage 1.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of Pokemon that still need stuff. and there's still a lot of mechanics I believe. I don't think this is really necessary. And to be honest, like, if there's two things that I think of now that I think about this mechanic. One, will this be an X and Y exclusive thing? And two, if not, does that mean they will exclude other Pokemon? Or the third one, which obviously has to come now, we can stop two things, now it's three. If it isn't an XY thing, does that mean we're going to be on the backbench again, waiting for lots of old Pokemon to get the Mega forms?
Yeah.
Like we've been waiting for, like now we've been waiting for Mobile to get its evolution, or something else to get an evolution. Are we now going to be waiting on Venusaur to get its Mega evolution and stuff like that? Is it just? Are we just going to be waiting for the same things again?
So let's try and focus on some positives, though. I mean, I do have to say I do like some of the design choices. I mean, like Mewtwo, when I first saw it, and I thought this thing has to be big. I actually thought so about the whole Mega thing until it was confirmed.
So it's Mega Mewtwo.
Yeah, it's Mega Mewtwo.
It's not Mew 3, it's Mega Mewtwo. Completely.
It's like Mewtwo altered form.
Yeah.
But it's all that I do like some of the designs. The Blaziken, the Lucario, I can see them being like used very dynamically. From a visual standpoint, I can see them being very aesthetically pleasing and just a pleasure to actually see in action.
Oh no, I look at the design. I mean, I'm okay. I think everyone on the planet's okay with Absol and Moil, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like if we turn around and say, "Oh, here's more of these old basics," it's like, seriously, if you can't think of an idea for Pinsir to have a stage 1, make a Mega Pinsir, please.
I think that
he's been waiting since Generation 1. He's supposedly this big powerhouse back in Gen 1.
Yeah.
Not actually from a standpoint, but that's what the advertisement was. And it's like, what's he done?
Yeah, that's true.
Give him Mega Form, give him a stat boost, give him some fancy new form.
The thing about Blaziken, it looks a lot more masculine now, I think, now the hair's changed.
No, it's basically got chest hair that like shoots out of its armpits.
It's always had the chest hair, but I mean, like.
Oh yeah, but now it's shooting out the armpits. It's like, yeah, I'm jealous.
Because he's lost all his long hair, and actually, I just realised he's lost the kind of V thing he had going on, and now it's just his huge eyebrows. Unless the V thing is now going to one single horn.
Oh, you mean the actual like spikes on his head? Yes, to become one horn. There is one thing. Once again, I'm going to go back onto the negative. The design so far, Blaziken and Lucario. It's like they've just been combined with Yveltal.
Yveltal?
The Y Pokemon. Because he has like the same like your line markings down him as Lucario does. And Blaziken's wearing his colour scheme. I could just be me seeing that, but I just see Yveltal when I look at them.
Actually saying that, they both have randomly got red and black into their colour schemes, very oddly.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand it with the Lucario. Well, actually, yeah, it's understandable with both of them, really. I mean, Blaziken was already majoritively red and black go together really well. It also is basically, it's like fire and burnt, so it kind of makes sense. Lucario, it's more the fact that...
Yveltal have a horn.
Don't
There's two. I was wondering, is this like a different generations kind of thing?
I was saying, though, like with Lucario, though, this like colour scheme it was black and blue to start with. Red contrasts with blue amazingly well. So it stands out more, it pops.
Oh.
I think that's why they've gone for it.
I didn't read this, that Ampharos got updated Electric Dragon.
What? It's had a type change?
Yeah, that does make sense considering its namesake.
Yeah, it was always meant to be a dragon, but it's just like... I think it's weird that they changed its type, even though dragon hasn't been introduced. Because it tends to be like a retroactive thing. It's like, here's a new type. Oh, well, Max now metal. Oh, by the way, Gardevoir's now fairy. Max Squeezler inside. We focused on the Megas for quite a bit. Actually, that's so...
There's one thing, I have to touch on the Megas one last thing. I want to know what Moyle getting evolution. Well, Mega Form. I'm kind of caught up, everyone's just going to say. I'm kind of interested where it got the kimono thing going on for.
It's more the fact that it's coloured now. I think it just differentiates it.
Well, no, because it's supposed to be like an intimidation Pokemon, so I don't understand where the kimono, how that incorporates to its actual design, is what I mean. I mean, obviously to make it look more feminine, I guess, but it's like...
It always looked damn cute from the front anyway.
Yeah, so it's like, what was the purpose?
Well, the way I see it is just the whole fact that the kimono's like always been there, they just added some colour to it.
Yeah.
So it is just an aesthetic thing. Oh, I think they've changed her face quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it looks like it's got actual tooth now.
Yeah, so she's become less adorable, and that kind of breaks my heart.
Maybe she just nips at you now. If we're going to talk off the Megas, then we have to talk about Dirk Rabbit and Mini Raichu.
Oh yeah, Baby Raichu and Dirpit.
It's like...
as they're called here, Gogo's pre-evolution named Mikuru, who is just short of a metre tall, so 0.9 metres, and weighs 31 kilograms. It just looks like a baby goat, really.
Well, we haven't had a goat before, so I suppose that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, well, with like Go being a big goat, it's just a small goat. It's a very standard evolution. We then have Dindini, the antenna Pokemon. Electric Fairy type, has the ability to pick up, and a new ability called Cheek Pouches. It's 0.2 meters tall and weighs 2.2 kilograms. It is also a baby Raichu.
It basically is.
Yeah, it's basically it's another mouse Pokemon with red cheeks. It's part of the Pikachu clone family.
It's even got the long tail thing going on. It could literally cosplay as Raichu in like half a second.
Just put some points on the ears on the tail.
To be honest, it feels like it's a Pikachu 1.5. Like this is somewhere between Raichu and Pikachu, and it's been lost in translation.
Yeah, and just to say, we will shrink this. Was it Pikachu did actually originally have the marking?
Belly. It had the belly originally. It had the circle. I think if you have any of the very early games, the Gen 1 games, you can still see because obviously the sprite artwork is based on the original artwork. It will still have the markings on its belly.
Actually, doesn't the base set Pikachu card have that as well?
Probably. Not too.
I think it's very subtle, but it's there. I'm just all checking now. No, I'm mistaken. I thought it was on the original one because the base set Pikachu was like the very primitive Pikachu style. But anyway, the third Pokemon from the Kalos region is actually what we call Dirt Rabbit. Ruby, the digging Pokemon.
So it's Diglett.
Yep. It's a normal type, like Bendinate. It also has the ability to pick up and cheek pouches. 0.4 meters tall and weighs 5 kilograms. Also, we're getting introduced to something called the Super Training Area.
Just had a horrible thought.
The Super Training Area actually looks a lot like the stadiums from Pokemon Stadium, though.
No, I just had a horrible thought about the anime, considering that these are all old Pokemon. Blaziken's getting an update. Does this mean that Ash's Charizard making a comeback is for a reason?
Well, let's see. With Blaziken, we've got Meg, and that's about it.
No, I mean, is the point that Ash's Charizard coming back is because it's going to get a form?
Oh, I think it's just for a tournament. See, they do that over and over again.
Now, pretty sure in the episode it was just, oh, I've got a Charizard. Really? Yeah. And now it's in this team now for no reason.
Oh, he's actually using it?
Yeah.
Alright, I should really get one of the anime.
Now, there's one thing, I don't know, maybe it's just because of the namesake of the games, but I think it's because I saw Blaziken. I wonder if it is something to do with genders, because making Blaziken look a lot more masculine, but then again, I don't know, Absol having long flowing hair and stuff like that, I don't know, maybe I'm just looking too much into the whole X and Y thing.
Well, with Absol, I have to say though, the wings...
Actually, that's not... I don't know, because you have to remember that Mewtwo's a girl now, isn't she?
Yeah, the new Mewtwo is. I mean, somehow if you take DNA and tinker with it in a random way, two different sets of scientists will get the exact same outcome somehow. Does that mean that Mewtwo's design is basically is actually an official evolution of Mew? That something in Mew's DNA is hard-coded to take this form?
Does that mean Mewtwo is Mew's Mega form?
Mega Mew is just Mewtwo.
Mega Mew.
If Mewtwo's Mega Mew, then does that mean that Mega Mewtwo's Mega Mew?
Does that mean Darren wants a Mega Raticate?
Want a Mega Rata? Size of those teeth, man! Size of those teeth!
I'm honestly wondering if
five whiskers!
I'd be interested if they do something like a Mega Guardia or something, considering that Moyle just got updated.
Mega Guardia would be pretty amazing.
But then they probably have to do a Mega Gallade as well, so I don't know. I mean, obviously...
Like you complain.
I complain about the idea, I wouldn't complain about the design.
Mega Gallade, Mega Guardian.
And then TDC would go into an uproar. I don't know, it's like... it's a hit and miss idea. I think for Pokemon, people dislike it because we have a set rules, that we have set rules for Pokemon that we've always followed up until this point.
Yeah.
Forms were
we've never had rules, it's been guidelines.
Well, the forms are different because most Pokemon with forms were non-evolving Pokemon.
Yeah, true. And even then you could have a form of an evolving Pokemon.
But I don't think we ever did.
Yeah, I don't think we did, but we could have.
So but in that case it was like, that was they don't evolve, but they have, different forms. That was the thing. But now it's like, if, now everyone's getting a form, does this mean base stat updates? What does it mean? New move rules? Now Ampharos is a dragon. Does that mean it's going to learn dragon moves? It's stuff like that. I mean, it's I think because it is Pokemon, people are against this idea. Because it does, like, as I said earlier, it's like, are we going to be now waiting on, it's not Jinx's new evolution, it's Venusaur's Mega Form, or, it's like, are they going to update everyone? Or
actually, there's a point you made before, it's like probably the best point I've heard so where's my Venusaurus?
Yeah, Venusaurus.
It's like, we've got a name for this, we've got the artwork for it, where's my Venusaurus? It's like, we've had Burst Mode, but we've not had Jogress.
Yeah. I think some of the aesthetic, I think Amphross's aesthetic changes is really weird.
Yeah, it's like, just one thing, it's like, that hair, it's like, it goes from being a sheep covered in wool, to being Fluffy, which has a collar of wool, to having no wool, to having Fabio's fabulous hair.
Well, I can kind of get that, because sheep do grow their wool back, but it's like,
Well, yeah, but it wasn't shit, it evolved. Well, metamorphed, or whatever.
To be honest, if they're going to update it to be a dragon, they may as well have given it wings or something, I guess.
No, it's just like, oh, you're a dragon now, you must be fabulous. I like how the actual, like, the earpieces are get curled up, it's like, it's got horns, it's like, so it's a dragon, it's a sheep, it's a lighthouse, it's Fabio, and it's also an Oni. Is there anything Ampharos is not? Ampharos is all things to all men. And women.
I'll laugh hysterically if there's an Eevee Mega Form.
Oh, Mega Eevee, that sounds a hench.
Eevee can't evolve, but it becomes huge.
Can't evolve any further. Oh, actually, Mega Eevee, would that mean we could get Mega Jolteon?
I don't know. As again, it's like, this is the thing, is everyone going to get a Mega Update, or what is it going to be a select few? Is there going to be a reason for that select few? Are we going to wait on now everyone's Mega Evolution instead of everyone's new evolution? We
need to actually know those, like, what is the deciding factor for going Mega?
If there is. Well, obviously you have to be main character. That is the deciding factor. You have to be main character.
Really? Actually, I'm not main character. There's a story arc in the second game. But...
Oh, there you go, yeah, story arc, that's why. It's like Hanzomon.
You were ill, so you could now have be Mega.
Yeah, exactly.
All of the sense make.
If there's actually one thing I think I pointed out, said earlier today, half of these are actually from Hoenn, and I'm wondering if there's any particular reason that if there's a reason for that. Yeah.
Although it's halfway to 6.
I mean, I get like Lucario's Gen 4, yeah, right? Yeah, Gen Diamond Pearl, yeah, and Amphros is Gen 2 and Mewtwo's Gen 1, so like there's no Gen 5 Pokemon here, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Vanillux Mega Road is like an entire an entire Sunday.
Mega Vanillux. That actually sounds like an ice cream.
Yeah.
I want some Mega Vanillux with a flake.
It's just an ice cream van.
Just an ice cream van, but the actual ice cream cone on the top has the face.
Yes, but that will work.
And then the headlamps and the grill make the second face.
But yeah,
got like cars where the whole windshield is like 2 eyes in this one thing.
I do think it's odd how Lucario and Blaziken have adopted this black and red colour scheme out of nowhere.
Because it fits. Yeah, I need to check Ampharos for a second. Is it neck changed?
No, I think that the markings.
The necks are the same. Because I saw that the markings were duplicated, but I couldn't see it because it's where the fold is on the scan. Because they just used one piece and then became 3.
I'm just wondering, is there going to be... Because obviously, like in every Pokemon game, there's version exclusives. I wonder if there's going to make them form exclusives or something, and try and exploit the X and Y gimmick. That's why I was thinking if it's male and female.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of see that.
And that's what I'm thinking, because there's 2 Pokemon that have 2 new colours into it. Because Lucario having red in his colour scheme out of nowhere is very, it's very different and new and out of nowhere. That's the same with Blaziken getting black out of nowhere.
Yeah, true.
And its head.
I think those are just like, aesthetically it works to slap that on there.
But they can't deny the fact that Yvette, or how the hell you say it, its main colour scheme is black and red.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they...
Xerneas, none of these have actually incorporated extra blue.
A lot of them have incorporated extra types. Because you have to remember, the other guy is a furry type.
That's why Mowil's gone pink, it's fairy. It's probably
I see it.
Forms.
I can see it, I think in Shrine Priestess, if it didn't have a giant monster head attached to it.
Maybe they've been watching the wrong kind of Japanese entertainment. Although, I want to point out a small mistake on the Pokebeach.
What's the small mistake?
They mentioned that there's slightly different heights. It's like,
really?
No, Mewtwo is still 6'2".
How's he 6'2"? He shrank.
What?
It looks like he shrank in the wash.
No, it's just that it's floating now, but he's still 6'2". He's the exact same height as Titan. I was actually wondering how that worked out with Tyranitar. It's like, it's meant to be the size of Godzilla. It's not, it's 6'2".
We just assume it's the size of Godzilla.
Yeah, because it looks like Gojira. But it makes more sense, the whole fact that, Larvitar and Pupitar are basically, they're pretty small. It's like half the size of a human for Pupitar. So it's like, how does it become this huge thing? It's like, no, it's just the same height as a tall human.
Actually, something else I've just been reading in Pokebeach. They mentioned that in the movie that Mewtwo was experimented on by Team Fleur, is it?
I believe so.
Does that mean the rest of these Pokemon are going to be experiments from Team Fleur?
True. Or is it just the whole fact that Mewtwo found its Mega form to escape? Which means actually that Team Fleur is technically more capable than Team Rocket. Because Mewtwo was wearing the restrictive gear.
Well,
still managed to break free.
The thing that I'm thinking of is in the first Mewtwo movie where he clones all the Pokemon and they all have different markings on them.
Still waiting for those D-Arts.
Yeah.
Well, we've had the Gen 1 trios, so...
I don't know, I think the fact that we see Blades couldn't have it is the thing that's opening up the most questions. Yeah. Everyone else, I think everyone's kind of okay with. The fact that Blaziken's got one who is until this point, a Pokemon that could not go any further.
Yeah, mostly because, Stage 2. Start.
Yeah.
Like, does this mean we're going to be getting at least another 5 gens, that's 15, another 14 of these?
Does that mean the Pokemon from this gen will get Mega Forms as well? And that's another point that someone thought of. There's no Gen 6 Pokemon? No. Yeah, we're on Gen 6, aren't we?
Yeah, we're up to Gen 6. But I can understand not showing Gen 6 yet because they've not shown us everything from Gen 6.
I don't know. Maybe it's just they picked really...
What Gen 6 has to offer. It's just, here's like a handful of guys. It's like, here's 3 new things. One's a dirty little looking bunny.
I don't know, maybe...
Just like hating on Dirt Bunny.
Maybe it's just the actual Pokemon they decided to show us is kind of odd.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I wonder if there's some kind of like hidden logic behind it, or if they just like pick names out of hats. Like, Mawile, Mewtwo. Why is this even in here? We have to center it around Mewtwo. Shuckle. That's just stupid. Who put that in there?
Shuckle, yes.
Mega Shuckle.
Mega Shuckle, man. It'd be like the ultimate in Japanese entertainment.
Well, that's the thing though, isn't he meant to be like a huge wall already?
Actually, what? Well, he's got the defense of a god, but the HP of no one.
So it's stat redistribution. He has all of the defense ever.
But no HP.
It's like a new Wonder Guard where it's got so much defense where it's basically you will not do more than one.
To be honest, it's hilarious to get Power Swap off. I don't know. I think this is going to be... Well, I think they probably should have waited a while to do this because now everyone's not really focused on the new Pokemon. Now nobody cares about the 3 new Pokemon that came out. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it's basically we've got a baby Go-Go, we've got a rabbit, we've got a baby Rage. That's it.
And now everyone just wants to
know. In other news,
and basically everyone wants to know now. Does my favourite Pokemon get a Mega Form? That is the
big question.
Yeah.
Does everyone's favourite? It's like, do we get the Mega Raticate? Can we? Is it possible to have a Mega Rattata?
Yeah, exactly. Are we going to see like...
It's like Mega Rattata with a Fu Manchu? Hey, you're lucky, it's like your favourite girl's that you're fully evolved.
Well, yeah, because we all expected, oh god, he's getting fit, oh that's the only update, and now apparently there might be more updates, and like...
Yeah, so they've got pretty ambitious with this, actually. It's like, we have to remake all these models, let's make even more models, let's change some types, which could cause programming errors if we don't do this perfect.
To be honest though, I'm wondering if this is just an excuse to incorporate new Pokemon with quotation marks, and no one can say, because obviously that you introduce it's usually 100 new Pokemon. It's never usually 100 since Gen 2, but we always say 100 new Pokemon. Will this mean that this will be on top of those new 100, or will this be instead?
Include them.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because is Mega a part of the name, or is it a suffix?
It's a new form.
None of them have been hyphenated. They've all been like... Well, let's see, Pokebeach just put them in a space, but on the survey it's basically Mega Mewtwo, is one word. Mega Ampharos.
Yeah, apparently...
It's kind of annoying when you try to say 2 A's and 3 G. Some stuff with it.
I think that might be the form name. It would be Mega whatever.
Yeah.
Like you have Meloetta, Pirouette form, and whatever.
That's the thing, though, because they've called it Mega Evolution. So many people have got excited to say, yes, we're finally away from forms. But as I said, if it's not permanent, if it's just in battle, or if it's just when you use a certain item on something, guess what? It's a form. They're putting forms on normal Pokemon now.
Yeah.
It's a...
Maybe that's why people didn't like forms, because they were just on legendaries and made legendaries stupid. To be honest, I'm more interested to see how this is going to be incorporated into the TGC. I mean, the TGC have been having problems with very powerful, basic Pokemon for a while, and suddenly lots of evolutions are getting big.
True. Although I have actually read one thing though. So somebody actually turned around and said, "Well, it's near impossible to get stage 2s to work now. Let's make stage 3s."
Like, well, how does Candy going to work with Mega Blaziken?
So yeah, okay, we're gonna errata Candy, and then next set we'll errata it again.
Yeah, well, it depends how these work. I assume they're going to be level X's. That's probably the best way to incorporate them into the card game.
Yeah, either that or it's going to be like the level up mechanic, but like, instead of level X, it'll be just like like Mewtwo Mega. Mega.
It'd be hilarious if we see a Mega Deoxys.
How would you even start with that? So why isn't Deoxys a poster boy for X and Y if it's all about DNA?
I am all the forms.
It's like, that's all 4 games right there. Make it a 4-game series, so it's Solid X and Y, it's GATC. The 4 nucleic acids used to make DNA.
Oh, isn't someone smart? Didn't someone look up?
This is GCSE biology!
No, you had to look up on Wikipedia.
Because it's been the best part of 10 years since I've been in GCSEs, and I was never good at biology.
I think what everyone's taken away from today's news is the fact that, like, A, everyone's thinking Digimon, B, does my favourite Pokemon get a Mega Form, and C, I don't really care about new Pokemon, because all I care about is does my old favourite Pokemon get a new form.
Yeah. Mega Vanillux. I want it with a flake, raspberry, sherbet, more sherbet, even more sherbet. I'm always on my teeth by 4 and 30.
And vanilla topping, oh yeah.
It's already vanilla!
Well, you have to have the
I want strawberry and lemon sherbet. Well, anyway, yeah, let's wrap this up. It's probably already like 30 minutes before I even have to...
Tens of thousands of hours long.
It's 36 minutes, and I've got a part 1 process, I've got all of it to edit, I've got to do an intro for it. So yeah, guys, we're gonna sign off now. I'm Rata Joey.
I am still Maxcen.
Those are Megas, and we've also got these new 3 guys.
That nobody
We'll see you later.
But did you know what was coming?